Hello, 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 Giant Juggernaut. Hello, everyone. So we're working today on our second video of our Cowherd Village channel. Yesterday we had our video Just Start Walking. We spoke about if you're feeling lost, confused, don't know what to do, instead of sitting around wondering why you got in that situation, what you should do, you can just start walking. And from that walking, you can find the hints that you need to move forward. And so we're going to expand on uh, a concept we called culture of making progress. Have you ever had in your life a time where you had something that was really important to you? You gave it a shot. You really wanted to do it, but it came, uh, the result that you got was less than what you were hoping for. Have you ever had that situation? What happens in your mind when that happens? I know I've had the experience where I think you're a failure. This isn't for you. You're an idiot. We get real nasty in a sense with ourselves when we put ourselves out there for risk and we get a um, some resistance or some uh, obstacle in our way. And often we can quit when that happens. So, how can we get over that? As we said yesterday, that person who is that voice in our head that's holding us down or being very nasty. Well, one concept that's very powerful in this is called culture of making progress. See, when we are chasing success, with the chasing of success comes failure. And in failure, you become distressed. And with success, you become happy. And so we'll find ourselves in a cycle of this happiness and distress, happiness and distress. You could even say that with success, we feel alive, and then with our failures, we feel death. So, quite often, the concern of failure or death or not meeting the standards that we want to live up to can stop us from an amazing life, from taking the risks that we need to take to move forward in an amazing life. So instead of chasing success and living by success and failure, we live in a culture of making progress. So, for instance, yesterday I gave myself a 3 out of 10 on the first video, and I got feedback from some friends, both positive and negative, and I was hoping to do better. But I took some time to myself. I said, "This is okay." As I mentioned yesterday, I have an amazing friend that's always with me. He's always ready to listen when I turn to him. That's the Lord. And so I spoke to the Lord about this. Hey, it's okay. I remember what's most important is we keep moving forward, keep trying, giving our best effort, and we live in a culture of making progress. So I was having this conversation about how can I make progress? And some ideas started coming. And in that, the that feeling of falling short became a positive in that it propelled me to think of progress. But over or more of a priority than was I successful or was I fail or am I meant to be a streamer or am I meant to do content in this was, you know what? I'm very convinced that this is something that's important to me. So what can I do to make progress? And like I said, the ideas started coming. Really amazing. And not only that, but there was arrangements where I got feedback that helped me to realize that progress that I can make. Some people call these coincidences. I like to see them as the Lord Himself making arrangements for us to serve Him nicely and to, more importantly, serve others. So when we have this mindset of culture of making progress and how I can better serve others, how I can do my best to make an impact with others, then we start seeing how we can make the next step. For instance, we were talking yesterday about being dropped in the woods, right? And you were in a coma. So you wake up and you don't know why you're there, you don't know what's going on. And instead of sitting there going, why am I here? What's going on? Where am I? Instead of just not taking action, but just thinking about it, you can just start walking. And from that walking, you're going to find some clues about how to move forward, right? So, in the same kind of situation or using the same kind of idea, we can think that uh, when we go on that walk, there's going to be obstacles. And when we're in those obstacles, it can look like we're not making progress. For instance, you can think that you're in a swamp. You're you're trudging through the swamp. You're making steps. Every step is a struggle. It's holding on to you. And at that time, oh my gosh, I'm never going to make it. I'm not getting anywhere. However, if you keep on making progress, keep on taking that step, you get on the other side of the swamp and you turn around and you look behind you and you think, wow, I made it through that. And what happens when you look back and you see that you made it through that? You feel authentic. You feel upliftment. You feel like, man, I did make progress. So, my encouragement to you all, this Coward Village, is for the support of each other to live a life of magnificent greatness. Don't hold back. Maybe take those risks, or not maybe, take those risks that we need to take and support each other, cheer each other on, be the biggest cheerleader for each other. And then when you make this decision that you're going to live a life or a culture of making progress and you are going to walk, then prepare for amazing miracles to unfold. If you have the Lord in your heart, you can say, my Lord, I am yours and you are mine. Now let's go on some adventures and be prepared because it's an amazing life that happens when you go on adventures with the Lord. So, uh, oh, we got to do that YouTube thing. Please, this if you don't mind, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. What do you think about culture of making progress? What struggles have you in your life and you thought that you might not ever get through, but you found that when you continued to take those steps, you turned around and saw, wow, I really made it through that. And then, if you really want to do some extra credit, there's a link in the description for atumva.org. You can go there. It's a website. It gives some frameworks for how to live a life of freedom, resourcement, and support to do the amazing things that you want to do. Check that out. And we're going to call that a wrap for today. We're going to continue to make progress and see where this goes. And I just want to thank you guys. I have some people that liked the last video, and we have a few views. And just that encouragement is so powerful. I really appreciate it, And Let's make some progress together. Have a good one.